We have breaking news right now. California Governor Gavin Newsom has just announced his plan to effectively end Donald Trump's presidency early. And here's how he's going to do it. On November 4th, there will now be a special election in California where the voters will decide whether or not to redraw California's congressional districts to practically eliminate 5 congressional districts held by Republicans, flipping them from red seats to blue seats. California Governor Newsom made this announcement today during a major press conference and saying that this will effectively end Donald Trump's second term in office prematurely. Why? While Donald Trump will stay president, no one's disputing that. By allowing Democrats to take the House of Representatives, it'll place a major check on Donald Trump's power. He will effectively be frozen. He will not be able to pass any legislation through Congress. No more Medicaid cuts, no more SNAP cuts, no more big, beautiful bills going through Congress. And will Texas Republicans try to make it so that House Republicans kept the House of Representatives and Mike Johnson remained Speaker? But, Gavin Newsom saying, we're not going to do that. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to fight back. He made this announcement minutes ago, November 4th, special election. He called it a 5-alarm fire. I want you to watch this stunning ad from Newsom announcing his major plans.
It is a 5-alarm fire for democracy in the United States of America. Donald Trump, who's trying to light the torch on democracy, continue to try to rig the election. His agenda is failing. His presidency is failing. He knows the headwinds in a midterm. Now he's dialing up for seats. He called Greg Abbott, who doesn't have the courage, doesn't have the conscience, and he has rolled over and he said, yes, sir, and. So we have got to step up. We tried to play by a higher set of standards and rules with our independent redistricting, and we believe in that. We are talking about emergency measures to respond to what's happening in Texas, and we will nullify what happens in Texas. We will pick up 5 seats with the consent of the people, and that's the difference between the approach we're taking and the approach they're taking. There are no rules for Donald Trump. And this is a serious moment in American history. And so we are here to meet this moment head on. We will not be complicit.
Now, following this ad, Governor Newsom went with California Democratic leaders. You had Adam Schiff, the senator, Alex Padilla, senator, Pete Aguilar, senior House of Representatives member. They all came together in California to make this major announcement. And when making this announcement, Governor Newsom, well, folks, he didn't hold back. Why? Because just as he was making this announcement, Donald Trump sent in Border Patrol agents to arrest people outside of his press conference. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Border Patrol agents are making arrests, illegal immigrants that I don't know if they were at this press conference, if they were in the area, but this is a very, as John put it when we first saw this video, a very in-your-face way to let, Democrats know that you are going to do your job, that you're going to carry out these Trump policies. Can you just respond to this video that we're watching right now?
Yeah, every single one of our ICE and Border Patrol operations is built on information, on investigative work. It's a case and an operation that has been planned because of who they think could be in that area.
And Newsom's response, well, it was powerful. He said right outside, at this exact moment, there are dozens and dozens of ICE agents. You think it's coincidental? Donald Trump and his minions, Tom Homan, decided coincidentally or not that this was the location to advance ICE arrests. They said that they are not afraid of ICE. They are not afraid of Border Patrol. Newsom went on to say that he is grateful for all the elected officials that showed up to stand tall. He called it Liberation Day in California, Liberation Day in the state of California.
And for being here today. I'm grateful for all the elected officials that are here, members of Congress, not just our 2 U.S. senators, to members of the California legislature for having the courage of their convictions, for standing tall and standing firm, to recognize today is Liberation Day in the state of California. And as Senator Schiff said, Donald Trump, you have poked the bear, and we will punch back. Here's the good thing about California, folks. We're the size of 21 state populations combined. We're the fourth largest economy in the world. We're not a small, isolated state. I know they say don't mess with Texas. Well, don't mess with the great Golden State.
Now, Newsom further said that we are in plain sight before one vote is cast in the 2026 midterm election, and that Donald Trump is actively trying to rig the 2026 election. He's trying to set a different set of rules. And Newsom went on to say, listen, it's not good to just hold hands and have a candlelight vigil and talk about the way the world should be. We need to recognize the cards that we have been dealt and meet fire with fire.
And so we're here with our state of mind, with the clarity of our purpose and conviction, to recognize that we need to reconcile the world we're living in. We do have agency. We're not bystanders in this world. We can shape the future, and that's what we intend to do today. We're here because Donald Trump, on January 6th, tried to light democracy on fire, tried to wreck this country, tried to steal an election, as Alex just said, by trying to dial in for 11, almost 12,000 votes. And here we are, in open and plain sight, before one vote is cast in the 2026 midterm election. And here he is once again trying to rig the system. He doesn't play by a different set of rules. He doesn't believe in the rules. And as a consequence, we need to disabuse ourselves of the way things have been done. It's not good enough to just hold hands, have a candlelight vigil, and talk about the way the world should be. We have got to recognize the cards that have been dealt. And we have got to meet fire with fire. And we've got to be held to a higher level of accountability. So that's what this is about. It's not complicated. We're doing this in reaction to a president of the United States that called a sitting governor of the state of Texas and said, find me 5 seats. We're doing it in reaction to that act. We're doing it mindful of our higher angels and better angels. We're doing it mindful that we want to model better behavior, as we've been doing for 15 years in the state of California with our independent redistricting commission. But we cannot unilaterally disarm. We can't stand back and watch this democracy disappear. We can't stand back and watch this democracy disappear district by district all across this country, not just in Texas, but in Missouri, where J.D. Vance went just a week ago, in Indiana, in places like Ohio, in places like Florida. We need to stand up, not just California. Other blue states need to stand up. We need to be firm in our resolve.
He went on to say that Trump wants to rig the 2026 elections because he knows that gerrymandering provides him the power to keep control in the House of Representatives. He said that he is a failed president, one of the most unpopular in modern history. I need you to watch this. And he says essentially, quote, who else sends ice at the same time while having a conversation like this? Someone who is weak, someone who is broken. His weakness is masquerading as strength. The most unpopular president in modern history. That is a direct quote from Governor Gavin Newsom. And let me tell you something. Donald Trump is not going to be happy. I want you to watch this.
Why else would you make the phone call? He's a failed president. Who else sends ice same time having a conversation like this? Someone who's weak. Someone who's broken. Someone whose weakness is masquerading as strength. The most unpopular president in modern history. An economy that's collapsing all around him. You saw the new wholesale prices going up almost a full percentage point today. Inflation is going up. Job creation is going down. He's trying to rewrite history, Smithsonian, censoring historical facts. And in the spirit of what Adam Schiff said, he's trying to put America in reverse on voting rights, civil rights, LGBTQ rights, on women's rights. He wants to bring us back to a pre-1960s world. That's what this is all about. It's about power. And I want to end on this. And we are about to give power back to the people.
Governor Newsom is clearly not holding back. Right now, there is a 5-alarm fire in the United States of America, and it's really become a race to the bottom. Partisan gerrymandering, whether Republicans do it or Democrats do it, is not okay. Well, California Democrats are doing it differently. They're giving it to the will of the voters. They're allowing the residents of California to decide whether or not they approve of this partisan gerrymandering attempt. Voters will go to the polls on November 4th, which means ballots will go to their homes within the next month or two. This is a very fast paced election. This is a very quick turnaround. And we're going to see whether or not Newsom has the votes to pass new congressional maps in California. Because let me tell you, Texas Democrats are returning home to Texas. Texas Republicans are about to pass gerrymandered maps. So California is about to fight back. So we'll see what happens next. Subscribe to support my work, and I'll see you soon. Hey folks, Aaron Parnas here. Thank you so much for watching The Parnas Perspective. Please consider subscribing to support our work as we grow this independent news media entity into something that rivals mainstream every single day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.